Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tearing up the old, broken sales playbook and building a completely new one from the ground up. We're going to be pulling insights from master persuaders Jeremy Miner and Alex Hormozi to make that crucial shift from just pitching to actually solving real problems.
If you've ever been in sales, you know the feeling, right? That constant sting of rejection, the burnout from playing the numbers game. Well, this quote from Jeremy Miner absolutely nails why. The traditional way of selling is fundamentally broken. It's actually designed to create the friction and resistance we all hate.
So, how do we fix it? Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to diagnose the broken model first. Then, we'll get into how to flip the entire script. After that, we'll cover the art of asking the right questions, how to create decisive action without being pushy, and finally, some unbreakable rules to keep the whole system running smoothly.
All right, so first up, let's really put the old sales model under the microscope. This is the approach most of us were taught, and honestly, it's the reason so many sales conversations feel like you're in a battle.
And this right here, this is the whole ballgame. The old model is all about the seller. My pitch, my features, my quota. But the new model, what Miner calls NEPQ, or Neuro-Emotional Persuasion Questioning, flips that completely on its head. It becomes 100% about the customer, their world, their problems, and their goals. It's about building trust, not creating resistance.
I mean, just look at these numbers. This chart says it all. The old way has you talking for a staggering 80% of the conversation. Pitching and closing, pitching and closing. You're barely leaving any time to actually listen. And that is precisely what triggers a prospect's defenses and makes them shut down.
And what's the result of all that talking? You get slammed with constant resistance, endless objections, and that phrase we all dread, I need to think about it. This approach is why so many great people burn out and why the profession sees such insane turnover. It's a system designed to create friction.
Okay, so what's the solution? It's not about trying to work harder using a broken model. It's about a fundamental shift in your identity. It's about flipping the entire script.
This is such a powerful way to think about it. You stop being a salesperson who's trying to get liked and approved of. Instead, you become an expert. Think of a doctor. A doctor doesn't pitch you on medicine, they diagnose your problem. This shift in posture immediately elevates your status from someone to be ignored to someone to be trusted.
So once you've put on that expert hat, you need a new set of tools. You can throw out the pitch deck. Your new superpower is the art of the strategic question. This is where you let the prospect do the selling for you. The entire goal of this new model is to use your questions to help the prospect see, and more importantly, feel the gap between where they are right now, their current state, and where they desperately want to be, their desired future. That gap is everything. And look, this is so important. You're not telling them they have a problem. You're guiding them on a journey of discovery. You ask questions to understand their situation, then you dig deeper to uncover the real consequences of their problems. And by helping them paint a picture of a better future, you let them come to the conclusion that they need to change. They sell themselves. Okay, so once your prospect has seen that gap and they know they need to change, how do you help them actually take that next step without resorting to high-pressure tactics? This is where two killer concepts from Alex Hormozi come into play: scarcity and urgency. First up is scarcity, and it's really simple. Scarcity is all about quantity. It's when there are limited spots, a limited number of clients you can take on, or a limited number of products. It proves that what you have is valuable and in demand. It answers the question, why should I want this? And then you've got urgency, which is different. Urgency is all about time. It's a deadline, a cutoff date. It gives people a compelling reason to make a decision sooner rather than later, which is crucial for overcoming that natural human tendency to procrastinate. Urgency answers the question, why should I act now? All right, to bring this all home, let's talk about two unbreakable, non-negotiable rules from Alex Hormozi that will immediately tell you if your sales system is healthy or if it's on life support.
Rule number 1, and this might just blow your mind. Your close rate tells you everything you need to know about your pricing. Now, you might think a super high close rate is a good thing, right? Wrong. It's actually a huge red flag. If you're closing over 80% of your leads, you are massively underpriced. You're leaving an incredible amount of money on the table. The sweet spot, where your system is truly optimized, is actually down around 30 to 40%.
And the second unbreakable rule is just as powerful, and maybe even simpler. You have to respond to inbound leads in under 60 seconds. That's it, 60 seconds. Why?
Because speed wins. Being the first to respond can literally cut your cost to acquire a customer by up to 4 times. It's one of the highest leverage things you can possibly do that most businesses just don't. So at the end of the day, it all boils down to this one simple question. Are you trying to convince people to buy something, or are you helping them decide to change their life? That's the new playbook. It's a move from pressure to persuasion, from pitching to problem solving. And not only does it make you way more effective, it makes the act of selling feel valuable and rewarding again.